Hey, my people, una good morning. My name na Ali Baba. I say make I just wake up this morning, make I greet una. As una day this morning, so may God dey bless una. Una banga go ripe. As it be so, una no go use leg knack stone when go cost una wahala. The stone when una go kick na the one when go make una get better money. You know say them talk say if you use right leg kick something, better they happen. Una left leg no go hit waiting go make una disturb una self. And I do greet una. Una well done. Una they watch this good morning show. May God bless all of una and una banga go ripe as I talk. Now Ali Baba say make I greet una so. Carry go.
All right, yes, so welcome back to your balanced diet of teletainment this early morning. Okay, the next bus stop all the enter now, and the one with the cook on top our burner, and it concern religion. In fact, religious studies to be precise. Now, we'll not say for inside our educational sector, if you talk of secondary school education, at least the time when I be there school, if you want to do CRK, if you do either CRK or IRK, you get the option of choosing one of the two. I know say at some point if you compulsory, you must do one of the religious studies. But now they say a new policy of the Federal Ministry of Education built to take effect in September. They say this one don't replace this old one with me and you don't know before if you just did like about my age or you did older. They say this one now, they replace the old curriculum and they bring a new curriculum, and this new curriculum now to combine these two subjects and making civic education or national values compulsory. You know what we're going to need to pass more break at this point in time because so many things still there on top of the story what we know say we're going to need to treat carefully and we need to consider a lot of options. By the time we'll come back, we'll give you more on top of this religious value and the way. All right, you're welcome back from that very short break. Apologies for the break in transmission. All right, we'll move on now to the subject with you on ground. And this one, it concerns the religious studies for inside our educational sector. Now, as I talked on before we get either CRK or IRK. If they do CRK, you know if you do IRK, or if you do IRK, you know supposed to do CRK. Now, that's not the old order. Now, a new one was supposed to take effect in full in September. Don't call replace that old one. And this one, they combine both the CRK and the IRK for inside the subject that they call civic education or national values. And they say they want to make them even compulsory for inside the students waiting for inside school. Now, of course, lawmakers, they oppose the policy on ground. And they talk, say, not be only say go confuse speaking them, but it go also deny them and their mama and papa them the right of the kind religion where they want practice or the kind religion where they won't even hear about. Members don't talk, say, as much as civic education, they fit teacher for school, say they supposed teacher separately, say it should be clearly separated from religion. Now, for inside the house, they say the person where they talk over the matter will be the deputy speaker, Mr. Yusuf Lasun, take the decision after they can't do heavy debating the motion where they moved by a member from Plateau State, that na Benile. Benile don't come outside talk, say, this thing no, say na breach of Section 10 of the 1999 Constitution, where they explain, say, Nigeria na secular state. So, therefore, religion, they suppose separate them from national value. Now, all this one don't make everybody, now they come outside, they wonder, say, what's be all this talk, they talk about CRK and IRK. In fact, some people say, when they're in support of them, they come outside, quote Section 38 and 10 of the Constitution to buttress. This one are people where they're in opposition to the new policy. Now, so many things, so many of the lawmakers don't come outside, they yarn so many things on top this new review. They come outside, they talk, say, why we need to combine CRK and IRK? Why not teach it as a separate subject as we know they teach them right from the onset? Why so many talk and paraport things on top these religious studies at this point in time? Now the focus or now the focal point of anything we need to do at this point in time. That's not why we they bring this one on top of your domo this morning. So what do you think about the old policy or the old curriculum on top CRK, IRK being separate and the new curriculum we're supposed to take effect in September, combining CRK, IRK on top a new subject that they call civic education or national value, and they won't make them compulsory. Inside the building with us, we get Ben Akede to chook mouth on top of this matter. You're welcome, Ben.
You're welcome, Ben.
Good morning.
And our phone lines, they open for you to contribute on top this very, very, very interesting topic. They scroll for your TV screen for you to join in the conversation, because nobody only was good talk, because it concern everybody. Even if you never born Pekin, you go get student, brother or sister where they go school. Like, I want to ask that if we are doing this civic education, I'll be waiting that they call them on national something. That means on all our forms, they should remove religion. Because you can, I don't think it's right for anybody to compulsorily make our children learn both
Religions,
IRK and CRK. Then why are we putting, what is your religion? Christianity, Islam, or Muslim? If we are combining it as a subject, is that not like you are confusing the children? That means as a mother that I want my children to learn only Christian values, they will be compelled to learn Islamic values also. How would the children be able to differentiate? Then if they want to do that, then traditional religion needs to be added. How do we make a difference? If the child says, okay, we worship only Oya in my family, you say na Amadioha. How do we make all these things come together? Because I'm a bit confused. How can this even be a suggestion?
Well, from my own point of view, I still wonder who the person will bring up this idea. So maybe they put them inside. And me, I want to take this thing from a very, very different notion. Now, some people feel vexed with this, I go talk. But personally, I feel, say, maybe they even promote religion from school studies completely. Completely, as Lolo don't rightly talk. We are compelling them to study, even right from when we're small. They put Christian CRK and IRK. They don't put African traditional religion. Some of us in African traditional religion and we dey practice. Some of us for our house, we never go church before. Some people never go mosque for their house before. Some people know they go church, know they go mosque. Already you don't come out their own right of worship. And there's freedom of religion, freedom of worship in Nigeria. Now, we dey miss the point. My mother go say, we leave pimples, we leave measles, they pursue pimples. The cocoa of the matter be say, waiting. Again, as the thing they do me, the main thing we supposed face for education, we no face them. We face. There's nothing wrong in us saying we want to do what you call the subject again, the new one.
Civic education or national values.
Or national values. Good. If we want to install or want to bring back national values into our children, it is good. There's nothing wrong with that. Make our children begin to know the kind of values our nation as Nigeria, where we as Africans supposed to get for our body, because our values don't they degrade, our values don't they decay. You know, our civic values is good. But even from the definition of, from the way the thing sounds, civic values don't get anything to do with religion.
Exactly.
At all, at all.
I remember when I was young, we did civic
moral instruction, civic responsibilities,
yeah.
all those
Whether they
things.
teach you, say yes, say thank you. Why you want to cross the road, you look left and right. All those things are just values that we need to learn. So why mix it with religion?
You know, say some people don't come outside talk, say they look at from the angle of maybe, just maybe, our children need to understand the different values from the religious aspect, from the two major religions which is inside Nigeria. Now, if there's an understanding, if there's a basic understanding where the two religions fit give the children, then maybe they fit decide when they don't reach a certain age. Say, okay, oh, this not one way, if follow my lifestyle or it tally with me more at a certain age. Now, waiting they talk, no be me.
But what if some of the children for their home, like Lolo don't talk and like I talk already, what if they know they practice any of this religion? It now it's a contradiction. It conflicts with what they are practicing at home. If the thing where they practice for a house, because of course, the bedrock of any education is family. If waiting my family don't educate me with, not tally with waiting you can't force me to learn for school. It don't make any sense.
But you know, say a lot of children, they actually know they practice the kind of religion where their mama give them right from when they grow up. When they reach a certain level, a lot of them choose. Yeah, they choose.
I disagree.
So that
initially,
happen.
from the very first stage, right, you will hardly see any child who say, you know, they do the religion where papa and mama practice up until secondary level.
Yes,
when
you don't
get to
enter high institution, now many students or many children begin they digress, because by that time somebody go don't come say I don't come convert you, I come preach Christianity to you, or I come preach Islam to you. But at the early stage, waiting they put this picking head, now they follow. As I grew up, everything where they teach me for religion up till date is still in my head, even though I know they follow some of them. Because some of those things I don't believe them. Some of those things they don't just make sense to me at all. I don't question so many things people they tell me when I'm small, and that's the way I think it should be. Everybody's supposed to ask questions. But now, you don't put them inside school, come they tell and say, we want to combine this one. There's nothing wrong if you ask me or say, if na subject, If say na subject,
and it's optional.
say we won't teach you, and it's optional. Say we won't let. When I've been in school, they've been teach us. I been do CRK for secondary school. I don't do IRK, but we also do certain languages. So I even do Arabic as a language. It was optional, but I do Arabic. That time we get Arabic, we get French. So if you want to learn French, go learn French. If you want to learn Arabic, go learn Arabic. So some people they look say, you are a Christian, why are you going to learn Arabic? I say, look, it's a language, it's not a religion. These things are optional. If you want to learn them, go learn them. If you don't want to learn them, leave them where they. And then besides, make we don't forget, say we still get Sunday school. So if you are forcing me to learn this one, which I can't do for church when I get Sunday school, the other children still get Quranic school where they call it Lekewu for year.
Yeah.
So wait, why are you all the wahala?
That one even brings me to the question where I've been one asked that. Is it that we're spending too much time teaching religion in schools when it is in the purview of the parents to teach the children their own religion? That they go mosque, that they go church in their homes. Should it not be the responsibility of the parents? Why should we make it the state's responsibility to teach them religion?
The state no get business for teaching religion, if you ask me. The state no get. This is not a Catholic state. Like Nigeria is a secular state, just like what you read in the Constitution. Yes, Nigeria is a secular state. There is no place in our Constitution where it say Nigeria na half Christian, half Islam, or Nigeria na 40% Christianity, 40% Islam, then the remaining 20% we share them across all the other African traditional religions or other foreign religions where we carry come. Nothing like that. This is our Constitution. So therefore, if you ask me, we're supposed to lay emphasis on other important things for school. For example, history, where they don't come up for our curriculum. How can our children know the future if they don't know where they're coming from? See, if you ask me, part of the reason, why some people, they clamor for this, what do they call them again? This Biafra thing where they come. Now, because they don't come up certain of these things from our history. See, if you go Europe, many of these countries, many of their children, they don't teach them what happened for the First and Second World War. They don't tell them how people die. They don't tell them how many Jews they've been killed, many Jews. They don't tell them of how many of these European countries been take people from their African colonies, come fight wars for them. So because of that, people no go conscious. Very conscious. So they no go ask for anything where be war. You face one president, they fight another president, but they go settle them diplomatically because they know their history. But here in this country now, we know even you go see Yoruba man or Igbo man now, they fight Hausa man, say because you in time of the Civil War, were you even born in the Civil War? Instead of us to address those issues now, they bring religion.
All right, we'll go back small break now because this topic they're very interesting. But we'll just take a break, from the heaviness of the topic to enter inside our exercise room. When we come back, our phone lines go still there open for you to contribute. What do you think about this new civic education? We won't combine CRK and IRK together.
Good morning, sir. Adúpẹ́ mo bóyìnbó.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ̀yin ọmọ Naija.
Òtútù ọmọ o.
Ndewonu.
Jama'a,
Ndị Igbo anyị.
ina kwanan ku Nigeria.
Ụtụtụ ọma nị. Ndị Nigeria. Unu watch ihe anyị na-eme.
Kuna kallon
Good morning, Naija.
All right, yes, so welcome back to your Balanced Diet Entertainment. Thanks to Papa Jojo, where they always give us the exercise tips on top the morning show. Okay, now we're done. They talk about the waiting the trend for inside even the house now, because a lot of people, they come outside, they advocate. Some are saying we're in support. Some are saying we are not in support. Support of waiting. Support of the combination of CRK and IRK under one umbrella, where they call civic education or national values. Or you dey against that kind of policy because now they say it's supposed to take effect come September. Now a lot of schools right now, they don't close up. Yes, we know say the children will be on a long vacation and they're supposed to open in September. So come September, the faith of our children in terms of religious studies now waiting people they come outside the debate on top. And we get inside the studio, we get Bernard Akede where they will talk right from the onset of this topic. And now we don't get another person, so another analyst when Ezu Gochukudi with us to chook mouth on top the issue of whether or whetherint CRK and IRK should be combined inside our educational sector. Chukudi?
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Good morning. Thank
Chukudi, before we went on that break, we were discussing that. Is it not an overload for the children? As it is now, we found out that even the teaching of religion, it doesn't mean that it's giving them better values. People still grow up to become what they want to be. Should we now make it a subject that will be of national discourse? While other things are wrecking, are destroying in education, we are talking about IRK and CRK. Do you think this is, what are your thoughts on top of this one?
Well, the truth be say, whether you add IRK, CRK, or other subjects, join the one when we say the children they do, you not go fit quantify the kind burden or the load when you do on top of our children. Because if you go private schools, you get plenty subjects when we say the children they do, and at the end you go ask, say, if after this particular period of time, waiting this speaking really learn, or whether this speaking go feel remember many of the things when we saying do. Quantitative reasoning, verbal reasoning, integrated science.
In fact, some of my friends' children
moral
learn
instruction.
Chinese.
Exactly. Now, the truth be say, if we dey look our educational sector and we want try say we go take improve am, it go good make we sit down, try draw up new method when we say go allow for say okay, this school where this person they go, the very essence of education in the first place when we say empowerment or enlightenment, so that the person go fit move from ignorance to awareness. Whether na mathematics, whether na English language, because na our official language, whether na any subject, na the very essence of education be that. Now, we are a very religious society, whether you like them or not. We get unspoken or unwritten agreements. If the president na Muslim, the vice president must be Christian. If the president na Christian, the vice president must be Muslim. In fact, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo be write down for letter. Tell the president, President Muhammadu Buhari that time, say if APC make the mistake of choosing two people from a particular religion, they think it will cause serious problem. So that one are the reality when we live with. But the problem now say, if you dey very religious and you know they lead a life worthy of emulation, are there a problem there? Because we dey do IRK, we dey do CRK, and like you talk, people they grow up to become other people for society, although it is not a function of the subject that is taught.
Yeah.
Because we don't even see pastor children when we say the papa give them all the moral values. Islamic cleric, the papa give the pikin all the moral values. The pikin still decide say that like this it won't be. And we don't see people when we say grow up for some kind of families, but the person still turn out well. So it's a function of the thing when he learn, the one when he imbibe, and the one when he really they express. But if we really look the IRK and CRK issue, I don't think say na plenty. I don't think say na plenty talk. Because if we live for society when we say you dey free to practice any religion, we no go put anybody in harm's way, then the emphasis when they put on top, no be say na bad thing, no. But if we can't they put the emphasis on top of them, can't they look the way when we say other subjects there or the way when education there, no sense in them at all. I don't even know the education minister. I go guys go back, go read. And the problem with our education, I say we get plenty issues when they face them. No be IRK, no be CRK. Anybody, people go come and talk, say why you go talk, you know be Christian, you know be Muslim. But again, no be waiting be our problem with that. Teachers they complain, say they never pay them. Our labs know they work. The children they learn in beat down structures. Yeah. Books know they. Some people.
We just read this morning in one of our newspapers where the army range in Ibadan, a child was writing exam, the final year exam, and stray bullets from shooting range came through the roof of the class, pierced the boy's head in class. So what are we? That means imagine the kind of place where the school day.
Very, very sad. Even
so
if
sad.
IRK, CRK will be problem. The truth be say, you get what they call priority list. Or for economic scale of preference. If we talk, say, okay, these things are problems, which one we suppose address first? I don't think say the thing will come from 1 to 200.
No, but okay, now Bernard, I would like to ask you because we know somebody talk just before we'll be back break about with some subjects they remove. Now, okay, we don't debate CRK and IRK like this. They never come outside talk anything about this particular subject where you talk about where they don't remove from inside our educational sector, will be history. Why you feel say they not take them as something where they very important, at least as important as CRK, IRK?
People don't talk everything finished. Now, scale of preference now be our problem. I mean, I even to say the people where they make our laws, we supposed to give them one particular subject where they call priority. Where they know waiting be the priority where people really, really need for the country, where our education system need, where the populace actually need, where people suppose learn. Now, history, you come out history from the education. The truth be say, we don't know the importance of history for our education system. Now, make them come out. Or maybe some people get waiting, they want hide, they want make people know. Now, make them come out.
Well, you know, one of the reasons where according to them, why they come out and I say, first of all, we don't get enough teachers to teach the subject. Second of all, people where they read that for inside university, they talk, say, work not even day for them to even want to apply for when they read that kind of history and international relations.
People where they read Yoruba studies, where they work day. People where they read English and where they read Arabic, where they work day. people they read the CRK where they work they. See, I don't see person read Yoruba studies where they work for bank before.
Yes.
I don't see person.
Was that where it's supposed to be?
Well, it's not where it's supposed to be. Unfortunately, there was a time in the country where they say now banking,
you can function anywhere.
Yes,
Anywhere.
They also make
I'm a lawyer and I'm in broadcasting.
Exactly. Now the banking industry, now they employ at one particular stage, and that will not mean say somebody don't tell me before. One old man, when I be finished, when I never get work, the man tell me say, see, it no mean say you study sociology, say you must work as a sociologist. Say you don't get your BSc, it means say they fully equipped to work anywhere.
Sorry, we get Ndubisi calling us from Lagos. Just hold your thoughts on that one. Good morning, Ndubisi.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
In analyst, please, I thank you for this matter. Now they do justice to it, Mr. Godwin and the other my brother where they there.
Thank you very much.
The thing I want to tell Nigerians this morning is these people that they use religion, they divide us more. Now, there are so many important things as when I don't talk and there, where these people supposed to be choke their head and their brain they put. But they always use this religion of 18 to divide us. And some of this religion, they always talk and say, now he put Nigeria for where we did today, whereby we believe say we are not one. Because when the other religion is say don't kill anybody, and the other religion is say anybody that doesn't belong to your own religion is infidel, kill him, then there is a problem there. Because I grew up as a Catholic, I went to catechism and they teach me moral, they embed those things in me, and I realized that, look, anytime I do anything that terminates anybody's life, I will perish in hell. That is what I was told. And I read the Bible, and the Bible says so. Don't kill anybody. No matter whether the person is a sinner or the person not the sinner. It is only God that have the right to judge whoever that is a sinner or not. And so that particular area in these two holy books, not the place where they divide us. You understand? Jungle justice of today that they witness in the north that somebody did this and somebody did. The other day, I watched something on TV and somebody was saying that, look, something happened in Denmark and some people were killed in Nigeria. It's because of religion. Why don't we leave this issue of religion to pastors and imams in the church so that we can go to school and learn some other things? We should focus more on technology.
Thank you very much.
Provide job for our teeming youth in this country. And every day they go to disturb us with
very much. Thank you very much, Ndubisi, because of time.
Thank you very much, Ndubisi, because of time and a lot of other people.
Ndubisi don't talk and finish. Instead of concentrating on religion as whether we should put down, whether we don't put down, we should concentrate on other things. There's science and technology. How far?
Yes.
Which kind of advancement we don't get for
Do
science
you know that
which kind of advancement we don't get for mathematics?
Like I want to even talk about, you see, the education, the standard. Now, what we suppose they look for, how to improve the standard to where it is. In China, secondary students are doing projects that
our own university graduates cannot do.
I know that we don't have the capacity to do it.
No?
We don't have the enablement to put some of these things together.
Of course.
Those are the things where we suppose they focus on. We are now focusing on merging religion. Do you know that to some other parents now, this thing will cause more divide?
Of course.
Because to me, I would say no. I don't want my children to learn about the other religion. The other religion say no. I don't want my child to learn. If I wanted them to learn IRK or CRK, I will send them to purpose-built school.
Exactly.
Do you know the world is moving into purpose-built school now? We are still grappling with ordinary common school. In abroad now, there are schools that cater for children with special needs. There are some children who get fire for brain when it comes to mathematics. You get some schools where they focus on maths more. We are talking about skills, photography, things that children can use their hand to do. We never think of adding those ones to curriculum.
Very true.
We are talking about CRK and IRK. Or is this a ploy of this our big house to shift our focus on what is important and put it on this their discussion?
Make I even buttress more. Make I talk more about something which you could talk about, skill of preference and importance and how to really put moral values in children. If you go to a country like Japan, and just so you know, some of these Asian countries that then be the top when it comes to education. I think it's South Korea, first of all. We get China, we get Japan. They're even better than European countries where you think. America know the top 5 when it comes to education. For people with this, America are the god of the whole world when it comes to everything. Now, for Japan, for the first, I think, 6 years of children education, they only learn book, they only do exam, they don't do anything. What they do now? Moral studies, moral instruction, instilling values of the country, of their roots, of their ancestors, of everything where they know into the children, so that when the child don't come up from age 6, age 7, don't start proper book learning. The child knows if he see person for money, he go greet. If he see person for road, he go bow. He knows they chop for road according to their their tradition, according to their history, according to the way things they for their own country. But here, when we've been growing, we've been doing moral instruction and all these other things. Now we don't get them again. Instead, we say make we create a new subject, carry religion, put inside.
Civic education. We get Victor calling all the way from Lagos on the line. Good morning, Victor. Hello, Victor. Are you still on the line? Hello, all right, Victor. You're going to need to call us back. Now, I've been able to do some small research, and I discovered, say, a lot of people know certain things about, like I talk, this same history. When they talk religion.
Yeah.
Algebra, geometry, na Islamic scholar discover them. The first cure to chicken pox, na Islamic scholar discover them. So many things like that. So many inventions and research where they don't come outside, where they out there for us to see. So many of them, we have a lot of Islamic scholars where they do them. If everybody is coming from a religion from an angle of religion. Oh, my religion. Okay, now me be the first to do this one. Okay, now me go do this one. It is just going to cause.
You know one thing say where I would like bringing here. The religion where they teach for school, not even religious studies. Now Bible studies for Christianity.
Yeah.
And for the Islamic part, now Quranic studies. No be religious studies. Religious studies go take you through the history of that religion. It's supposed to take you through the nitty-gritty of that religion. It's supposed to take you through how, because this religion are foreign religions, don't go to our forefathers been the practice.
How it came about.
How it came about and how it came into our country. How the thing don't evolve. Which part of the religion mean they first? First of all, we know, say, for inside Nigeria, for those who study the history of Nigeria and how religion take enter Nigeria, Islam came in through the north by the Arabs, based on the fact that they come for conquest and for trade. Christianity came in through the south by the Christians, based on the fact that now the Catholic priests and the missionaries now first carry come. But from then till now, certain changes don't happen. Are they teaching them these changes? Are they teaching them when these religions came? Are they teaching them how these religions came? Are they teaching them the purpose of bringing in this religion? Some of these
Felix, the day on top of the phone line from Lagos. Good morning, Felix. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Felix.
Yeah, good morning. You are really treating a very wonderful topic. God bless you for this topic range.
Thank you.
The issue remains our government is seriously confused. From the top, they are seriously confused because when we are talking of the educational sector, they ought to know what should be the priority of this nation to be talked of now. But the fact still remains, if care is not taken, the leaders, they have ulterior motive. Making this nation a religious nation is not the most helpful thing of this nation. The most helpful thing is what are the things that could better the generality of the people in this country. That is what should be considered. But now, the issue remains, we have so many religions, so many people practicing religion, but there's no any change in the street. You see everybody talking of religion, but there's no change. But if from the grassroots, each person, each family, each state, each ethnic group began to embed the culture that is demanded that we uplift the state of this nation, we will see that it will be a better country. Look at the educational sector. Talking about.
Hello, Felix. You still on the line?
Oh, you're going to call us back. I just enjoy. And you know, Chukwudi, they talk about the black consciousness. A lot of people don't know that in America, we that are non-Americans, I follow the history. I read of Malcolm X. I read of Martin Luther King. I read of that woman, Elsa something, that stood for a purpose. And all these things came through history. And the taken down by people. Right now, we have so many things that, are we recording it? Is it on scrolls? Is it written down? Who can give us a blow-to-blow account of what is happening? Documenting the democratic process that has been happening from the time we have had it till now. Are there new? Why would there be improvement in history when nobody is documenting?
The problem, I say, like I talk, the essence of education. For other societies, when they're structured, education are basically about aspiring for excellence. Make anything when you fit do, you go do them well to the point when we say you go reach where you go fit contribute to the development of society. Now, why for societies when we say people when they suffer from dyslexia, say no matter wetin dem teach am from morning till night, you no go just fit understand am because of the way when dey. E get process when we say the pikin go still fit learn and contribute im best. See people like Richard Branson, even Albert Einstein. These are people when we say if you teach them from morning till night, but if you check now their contribution to society, in the case of Albert Einstein, in the case of Richard Branson, you go see say they still, because of wetin God don deposit inside them, still contribute to development of society. But for here, whether we go, if we go tell ourselves the truth, people they go school just so that it go be like say we go, and if we can't they talk, we go talk say my pikin go, I get pikin when go, because at the end you go discover say if we spend this period of years, 6 years for primary, 6 years for secondary, 4 years at the least for university, people no still fit explain why they go school.
So could I need to hold your gunpowder? We get Usaba all the way from Abuja. Usaba, talk to us this morning. Hello, Usaba.
Hello.
On the line.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Welcome,
You're
sir.
welcome.
I think the person got my name wrong. This is Ufedo calling from Abuja.
Oh, Ufedo, welcome.
Welcome, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. I think it's a very interesting topic. Thank you. Kudos to the people behind this project. My little contribution this morning is I will not have problem with this issue of religious studies so long as they take into cognizance the fact that we are not only Christian and Muslim in Nigeria. They should as well include other people. Like before the coming of Islam and religion and Christianity, we used to worship God in this part of the world. Of course. Are you saying that everything that we have before, our way of living before, is not nonsense? So if they want to embrace religion, they should endeavor to also put in all those ways that we used to worship our God before now. Like in the part of the country where I came from, they should also know that there is a traditional religion. They should add it. Let the confusion explode. So that the children will also know that we are in the state of confusion. A lot of things are happening in this place. Nobody cares. You see, let me draw your attention. I know I have a limited time before I drop. What I do, I'm into science and technology. You know, I have been training some group of persons for the past 6 years. About a year ago, my student came up with some things. They don't have any formal education. I have practical things. I don't know if you have come across some videos of a child that did ATM, one did helicopter. These are my people that I train. The government has refused to give us ear is one stupid thing that is religion. And tomorrow they will tell you Nigeria is a secular state. If it's a secular state, why are you imposing religion on us? Why not talk of our traditional religion? What is even that civic education? What is civic about Christian and Islam? Why not talk about our traditional religion if you want to be civic about it? Well, I don't want to.
Thank you very much, Ufedo. Thank you so much. You see the way they talk, we are going to have an avalanche of problems in our... because confusion. Everybody has a unique religion. In fact, in the Igbo house, almost every home have his own chi. They have their own demigod. Some people don't worship Amadioha. Some people worship some other small god that we are not even privy to. So if we're saying that we want to now make this compulsory, that is where the problem becomes. When he was giving us some historical analogies, and they wondered that, where would we become a country of inventions? When it's not like we don't have brilliant people. He's just talking about people that can make something out of nothing.
We no go school.
We no go school. But yeah, they have practical knowledge. That's what I'm talking about, specialty school. Your child, like my son loves only engineering and cooking. He's always looking for ways to cook better and using some scientific method. But my other son is athletic. He can jog from now till tomorrow. They are different children. So that means if there are specialty schools, I'll be looking for a school that concentrates on athletics so that this one can get a curriculum, but have time for... But we are now taking ourselves back to the Stone Age, discussing the same thing that is causing division.
The truth be say, we need to understand the very essence of education. Like I talk, aspiration for excellence in anything when you do, not be until 6/6, 12/12, 2020. No, Now to build the mind to the point where we say, in the little contribution, when the person they contribute, if they give back to society. If you go America, you get people where we say, like you talk, then be athletes, then they're on scholarship. Now these people, because of what they do, then they bring glory to the motherland in the sense say they will go Olympics, go competition, and they go win gold for the country. In that particular one, when they do, then they aspire to bring glory to their country. But that one don't mean say they don't get education. But we always they make mistake. We get formal and we get informal.
Yeah.
Because people they think say, okay, oh, now only when you go school, you know, where you wear school uniform. But we get vocational education too.
Chukwudi, you need to hold your gunpowder. We get Mohammed calling all the way from Abuja. Good morning, Mohammed. Hello, Mohammed. All right, Mohammed, you're going to need to call us back. Chukwudi, you're going to wonder why a lot of leaders, international leaders, they look us still as a third world country. Because see what we they sit down, they debate about. Of all the things where they happen for inside the educational sector, of all the major problems that we get inside the country, Chukwudi, if you be the Minister of Education now, waiting be that one thing.
We don't even know.
We understand so we don't know anybody. But actually, now, if you did that position now, I'm not saying you know go obviously talk about CRK or IRK, but waiting be that one thing where you go fit to change for inside our educational sector.
The truth be say, me, I come from background when we say, like, when they talk about the history, I don't even just can't talk am because they pepper me for body because now waiting me I study that. Now, it's very, very important make we understand. If you don't get an understanding of what the problem be, you know if you find solution to that. Many of these things now, like cosmetic approach, say you apply makeup on top of dead body, it go fine for picture, but it go still the smell. The truth we say, if we tell ourselves, say, okay, well, the reason why they do this thing in the first place now, so that in any way when these people go fit contribute their own to the development of society, they will fit contribute, rather than say, now me be the best student for mathematics, waiting you sabi. It don't still mean say you sabi pass the other person.
Hold you. We get the last call just before the show wrap up. Victor is calling all the way from Lagos. Good morning, Victor.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Yeah, how's night?
Thank God. Go ahead, Victor, very quickly.
Yeah, good morning. So I have a program for television. So what you discuss is very good idea, and you know, many people now was going their own religion. Hello, okay?
Would they hear you? Go ahead, Victor. Would they hear you?
So many people are going their own religion. Like, nah, I'm a Igbo guy. Is my father worship idol? I don't want to say because my father worship idol, make us on the worship idol. It doesn't make sense. Because the reason why we are going to church to hear the message, to hear the word of God, and do what we will do, okay, about tomorrow. So, but why should we are going to school to learn something? Because a child wants to learn something must learn. I can't know one lesson to know go learn. Even if you give the whole book for this Nigeria, it may go learn.
All right,
so
thank
sorry,
you very much,
Victor, that we had to lose the call because time is totally gone. Bernard, what is your last take on top this particular one?
In fact, I think I don't think I'm before say the issue where we supposed face no wait with the face. My mother say we leave chicken pox, we call the massage pimples. We suppose first improve the quality of education, then call look the content of our education, which we they teach them. And then Chukwudi don't already talk and finish say, man, we supposed to know the purpose of why we educate our children, not to better their lives and to find a way when their lives don't better, now how to improve the country. If CRK and IRK is not going to do that, then we should not hammer so much on it.
Right.
Very well said, very well put together. I know Chukwudi is a bit pensive because you go know say now history now something where they, for me, it is the way that you can improve the future. If you know where we are coming from, when Bernard opened with that, I was so happy because if we don't know what has been, if you ask some Igbo children, they do not know the nitty-gritty of Biafra. They don't even know what it caused them, when it happened, how it happened, what it end up, what it be the causes, what it be the things where happened that time. What are they still grappling with as a result of that? They just have it as an ideology. But if they had been historically equipped and taught, they will have knowledge. All right, so we cannot talk more on this one particular one for today, but now dear, Yoruba go say, Bita mafia dagba eto yisi. Tomorrow is another day where we go there with you on top the Good Morning Naija show. My name is Omotide Lolo1. Welcome and bye-bye.
All right, let's keep the conversation rolling on top social media. Wazobia Max on top Twitter and Instagram. Naibi, I remain Luchi in Obong. Make you get better day.
To enjoy more of these our ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love am.